One. Welcome to Fantasy Football. Malort, I'll have another.
Malort. Oh, I'm just drinking straight from the bottle today.
Welcome to Week 6 recap. This is the
Ooh.
JG Wentworth and Cowboy Show.
Oh, let's go. We're back for yet another week where people can go to sleep while they listen to us.
Exactly. I mean, who doesn't want to listen to mine and your voice soothe them to sleep?
Oh God, it's so sexual. I know. The real question is do any of them find any value in anything we're saying?
Zero.
Doesn't matter because we have fun. I do have to. I do want to just kind of kick it off here. I don't know. Some of you know, including you, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
But the good news is from the Kovac household is little Miss Lindley is pregnant. Woo! Let's go.
Oh shit.
So Kovacs are gonna grow to a 3 spot here coming up. Yeah. So everybody just text Lindley, tell her congratulations. You don't have to text me because nobody really cares about me. But
no one gives a shit about you.
tell
no
Lindley she's very she's very happy. Though when we were finding out about this and everything, I was a little bit scared. I was like, man, there goes all my free time. I'm not gonna have time to do anything. And but then Matt has proven this wrong for me in my brain because I see how much free time he has to make fucking dumbass memes about me. So it seems like maybe you get a lot of free time when you have a baby. So maybe I'm gonna have a lot of time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No time to join us though.
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, I'll join. I'll still join. I'll still join. Yeah, I don't care. Even if the baby's sleeping, I'll join. It's fine.
Speaking of Matt,
Oh, we're gonna jump right in.
We'll just jump right in there. Why not? Let's get after it.
Let's talk about his weak ass performance that somehow still got him a win.
Still got him the dub.
All right, let's roll.
This entire week was a little lackluster. We all saw everything kind of come back to reality, I feel like. And I'm not upset. A little disappointed in my week, obviously, but we'll get to that later.
No more 150-point games for Matt whatever 190 or whatever the fuck he had, and
it was fucking
just bragging nonstop.
Yeah.
God, I'm just thinking about that, and I need another sip of Malort.
Well, I'll do another.
We'll have another. So I'll dive in. So Alan, I can't pinpoint what Alan's doing this year. To be honest, he's not very consistent. It's almost like he plays exactly like the team he's playing against. It's like he does the minimum against no matter what team he's playing to win, which isn't good for fantasy. Yeah, I mean, he should have just destroyed the Giants. I mean, he should have put up fucking 30+ points against the Giants deep.
You would have thought.
And yeah, it's like he's barely just, I don't know. It's with the exception of the Washington game, it's like he doesn't, I don't know, man. I can't figure it out. He's not been the greatest for fantasy football this year. He's been much better for how high you had.
This is the second time he's underperformed his projections. So we'll put it at that.
Yeah. True. I mean, I'm not saying he's terrible, but all I'm saying is that you're not getting the 30+ point games every week that you were seeing every other years. So but this game was a prime example. He only got 18 points against the fucking Giants. So and Kirk Cousins without Justin Jefferson over on Brendan's team against Chicago, who is one of the worst fucking defenses, still only put up 10 points. So if I'm looking at Kirk Cousins right now and I'm Brendan, I'm worried.
There is a problem.
Yeah, well, I mean, and the other side is losing Justin Jefferson for Cousins clearly impacted his fantasy value, right? So, I mean, he only put up 10 fucking points. Now, if we go down to the receivers, Brendan straight up destroyed Matt in the wide receiver 1 and 2.
DJ Moore CeeDee Lamb having Justin Fields go out, which we'll get to that in another game here shortly. Dave.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he had 16. CeeDee Lamb for Brendan had 16, and then Amari Cooper 12. DK Metcalf had a lower than average game. DJ Moore also had a lower, but with having, like you said, Fields go out, I don't know. I think DJ Moore's value just plummeted, even though Fields is not that good of a quarterback, like I've been saying forever. He does bring value to DJ Moore when he's out there, right?
Oh yeah.
It's just like one of his
You
go-to
saw
guys.
that
So
you saw that when they had their blow up game against Washington. Fucking,
Yep.
there's the opportunity. If you have a shit defense out there, he'll get in there. He'll get in the lanes. Honky McCaffrey came back to reality a little bit here too.
well, that's because he got
Projected it-
hurt in that game.
Oh,
He got
I
hurt in
recognize
that
that.
game. He pulled an oblique
You know,
muscle. Yeah, oblique. He pulled an oblique muscle and only came down to earth with a 12-pointer instead
Yeah.
of 20 points he was projected.
Jesus.
So, but Cleveland's D is also pretty nasty, actually. So, and Saquon Barkley, 11 points for Brendan. Antonio Gibson. I'm surprised he got 8, to be honest with you, but he did. So I think he got a touchdown if you click on him, Johnny, right? I think on Red Zone I saw him get 1 touchdown. No, not Saquon.
Sorry. Were you
Yeah,
looking at
Antonio Gibson.
Gibson.
Yep.
Yeah, he
Yep.
had no. Yeah.
Oh,
he had
well, no, no touchdowns.
one
Yeah,
receiving-
1 touchdown.
one
Yeah,
receiving
okay, he
touchdown.
did.
That
Yeah,
was his
so
only
Antonio Gibson
reception.
had 1.
Yeah,
But
his
like,
only
look, if
reception,
you take
15 yard.
if you take the 1 touchdown away from him, he has 1 point. 1 point.
No, you have 0 points because he had 1 reception. He caught 1 pass and got a touchdown.
No, but he had 15 rushing yards. He had 15 rushing
sorry,
yards.
yeah. Okay, take that back. I was wrong.
Yeah, so he had 1.5 points if he didn't have those.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, but again, that was a risky move for Brendan, but it somehow paid off, I
Paid
guess,
off.
in that regard. Kyle Pitts, 12 points for him, 1 touchdown, 43 reception yards. That I guess that's great news for Atlanta because everybody's been wanting Pitts to be great forever, and the fact that the dude's crossing over 10 points, I call that a win for Brendan. Meanwhile, over on the other side, on the bad people side,
The bad
yeah, the bad people side, Ferguson, the tight end for Dallas, did jack shit. 2 points for him, just nothing. The real deciding factor came from one person on Matt's team, Kyrene Williams. That was it. He had 155 rushing yards and 1 rushing touchdown. I mean, the dude just balled out, and now he's hurt.
Now he's
So,
He's
yeah,
out.
yeah, he's out now. But that was the deciding factor, plenty enough to take him over. I mean, Matt's team did not perform very well this week. Brennan's team didn't either, but it was a really close match between the two of them.
He did have a couple buys going on, but nothing you could talk about really to say.
Yeah, Brendan had I don't know if I've ever seen this in my whole life. An entire bench score. Brendan's whole bench
0.
between bye weeks and everything is 0.00. Matt had 42 points.
Yeah, played it exactly right, Brennan.
He could have played it any better
Yep.
with a whopping 84 points.
Congratulations,
Sorry,
Matt,
Brendan.
on
We're
your
all
win.
rooting for you.
Congratulations, Matt, on your win. And moving forward, we have Michael versus Jennifer.
Yeah,
So
this one.
close game here. You've got.
Yeah, I mean, not really.
kind
It's
of,
20 point. Yeah.
But had the right tie, like good at QB slot. Decimation from one wide receiver.
I thought Justin Herbert was going to just torch Dallas. I thought he was going to destroy them. He really didn't, but he met his, I mean, he was literally right at his projection. So you can't hope for anything more. Lamar
Nope.
Jackson against Tennessee. Again, I thought Lamar was
I would
going
have
to
thought that
just
would have done more.
go off
Yeah.
against Tennessee. A big factor here for Mike, who has been riding that Puka Nakua train. He did not perform as well in
Cup
this
is
game.
back.
I did watch some of that game, and Nakua actually had a dropped pass in the end zone, and it came right to his hands. I don't know what happened, but he would have at least had 6 more points had that happened. But A.J. Brown over on Jennifer's team, solid fucking 18 points out of that. And she started, DeAndre Hopkins again, but only
Yeah.
with 2.
Pretty weak.
But Tannehill going out,
Tannehill going out. Did it really hurt him?
No, I
Questionable.
know. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I think Tennessee's in a really rough spot right now.
Yeah.
Football wise, they're up there with the Bears as far as struggle bus city. They were looking pretty rough. Devontae Adams over on Bobo's team. that one hurt him a lot.
Did he go
3.9
out?
points.
Did he go out sometime in that game?
I mean,
He
well, he
looked
only had
questionable.
29 reception yards, so
I gotta imagine either was he limited practice
shoulder
or
issue.
shoulder issue?
No, it doesn't look like he went out. It
Hmm.
just looks like his shoulder's been bugging him.
Yeah.
Either way, that didn't seem to
help
go
Mike.
well. No, I mean, you look over at now you're talking the running backs. Mike definitely showed up more here. Jacobs and Swift put
It
up
was actually pretty even.
10 and 14. Yeah, good numbers. Mixon only put up 7, and Kenneth Walker just continuing to fucking dominate when he's out there. 16 points. My Michigan Stater baby. Woo!
Jesus.
Let's go. Mark Andrews, another 9 points.
Shit. God damn.
Yeah. Was it you say Kittle?
Yeah, the Kitster.
Yeah. The Kitster. The Kitster put 0.6 points. One reception with one receiving yard. Wow.
I can
0.6
taste
points.
the points.
Yeah.
They're window looking good.
Yeah. And this is where it kind of just really goes off the rails for their flex spots. Is Debo Samuel didn't do a goddamn thing. Austin Eckler way underperformed for what he should have as well. And I don't know if they're just trying to ease him back in after his injury, but he way underperformed. Keenan Allen, Zach Moss, both put up 18 and 14.9 points. So that just dominated.
Double barrel.
Yep.
Were there some points to be had on the bench?
Yeah.
Receiver for Mike.
Yeah, but you're not going to start any. No, nothing to make the difference up.
No. I would say
you played the best cards, Bobo.
You played them right. Good job, Jen.
Jennifer, good win.
Congrats. Moving forward to Dave versus Clay.
Poor Dave just keeps losing.
Dave just has the I'm going to continue to start Justin Fields.
He has the most points in the league, and he just keeps finding a way to lose every week to make his way to the bottom. I don't know how it's even possible. He's got I think we looked at it earlier, Johnny. He's got the most points by anybody by over 50 points.
Lindley's coming in close second, I think, by like 22-ish. But yeah, he has like 740 or 750 points scored against him. And Lindley has like 707, something like that.
Yeah. There's just a lot of points scored against.
Don't quote me on that math. I've been drinking.
What? No, baby. Not Johnny. Johnny, this is a sober podcast.
Yeah. Sobriety is key.
Justin Fields listed as doubtful for this week coming up.
He ain't coming back.
That shoulder went limp as fuck.
It was a thumb. He dislocated his thumb somehow.
Oh, I thought his shoulder got knocked out. The way he's holding his shoulder was all fucked up. I mean, I saw that. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Click on his goddamn stats, Johnny. There we go. We can just solve this right now.
Yeah. Thumb. Did not practice.
Dude, what a pussy. What a pussy.
Yeah.
All right. This guy, the way he walked off the field in that game, it looked like his shoulder had been mangled to oblivion, and it was his thumb.
From what I heard, somehow he dislocated his thumb. I haven't heard much else other than that, but like that's what I've heard. But
Jesus, I'm not saying he should play for starters.
I was right. Want you to note this. J.G. Wentworth was right.
Writing it down. What are you right about?
It was his thumb. Reported it was his thumb.
You heard it here first, people.
I was right for once.
Yeah.
Tua fucking lit it off like about normal. Is this another game where he's
their offense is just I mean, so good for fantasy.
Beat.
This is the number one game of the year, though.
He has 4.
Yeah,
okay,
this was his highest scoring game of the year.
So
keep going down. Keep going down.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking at. I'm just looking at like what he's projected to do. So beat under, beat by a lot, under. Not as good as Allen, but yeah, pretty damn good. That
pretty good.
That was a firecracker. Now, you would have expected a little bit more when you have 42 points, but you've got fucking Hill down there,
Raheem
right?
Mostert.
Mostert, that's right.
Yeah. So their running backs are just getting a ton of touchdowns
Eating.
in Miami. So their receivers are getting them to the goal line, and they're just utilizing the hell out of running backs, and it's working though because they keep scoring a shit ton of points there.
And there's nothing wrong with fucking having 27 points coming out of your quarterback. Won't complain about that. You look on the goddamn week.
You know, you look over at Dave's side, and you're like, oh, sweet, I've got Tua, or I've got Tyreek Hill, and he's got Tua, so I can vulture some points. And sure enough, you look over at Tyreek Hill, he had 28 points, totally offset Tua's work. Meanwhile, Stephon Diggs just hit right on the money for his projection, 16 versus 16.5. That you can't get any closer than that. Garrett Wilson, 13 points for the Jets. I think they say let Zach Wilson cook. In the Jets. I think he must have found somebody.
The Kelsey mom, all right?
Yeah. He's after Donna Kelsey now. He's getting after it.
He's got to show off.
He's getting his. Zach Wilson getting after it. All right, let's go. T. Higgins shit the bed, 3 points. Then we got Kamara, who's looking great for fantasy right now.
ETN looks a little bit better. Just saying.
For sure. 21 points. Yep, out of ETN. Yep.
I got ETN in another league. Drink myself.
Drink. Then meanwhile, we roll on down. Jonathan Taylor, 9 points, right as projected.
Yep.
Then we got Cook over for Buffalo, 7. Now, this one kind of hurt a little bit in the tight end department. So Laporta's been putting up some really good numbers lately, and this one only gave him 5.
It's a fucking Detroit player.
Well, he's been a really good tight end this year, and he did not get very much work this time. So, like last week, he had 18 points, which would have been enough to give Dave a win.
It would.
If he was even 15 points, it would have been enough to give him a win. So, that one hurt him a lot. Michael Pittman Jr., that one, 16 points. That was a great game. I think that may be his best game of the year over on Dave's side. Tony Pollard.
Pollard had a good game. Off his projections, which his projections have been super high for what he's actually... Well, no, take that back. His projections were super high in the beginning, then dropped, and he's actually been putting up more points than his projected. So, the first week it flipped back. But he's scoring. He's putting up points, which is great for Clay.
Yeah, and for Clay's end, I noticed he started Osborne for Minnesota, and that was a kind of a shot in the dark, trying to figure out like which receiver is going to be the number one receiver now in Minnesota with Justin Jefferson going out, and especially against Chicago, you think somebody's going to eat. But the reality is Minnesota didn't eat at all. so
still the NFC North. So
yeah. Hey Johnny, can you tell me who the king of the North is currently?
A bunch of fucking losers from Detroit.
What? Come on, man. Give me my day. Give me my day, man. I've spent an entire lifetime of sorrow.
So have I.
Shut up. No, you've at least had Super Bowls. I've had one Super Bowl. I've even seen the Bears go to Super Bowls. I mean, I've physically seen them.
One Super Bowl. Singular.
Yeah, well, okay. Do you know how many playoff wins that would take for you to get to a Super Bowl? Because do you know how many playoff wins I've seen in my lifetime for the Lions? I'm just don't ever try to one-up this game because it's pathetic.
Playoff games you've seen? I've seen in your Lions playoff games you've seen? 1, 2, 1.
1. It's only one. And it's one since 1957.
We had our Brian Urlacher, the now haired, formerly hairless man.
Yeah.
That's
weird. Okay.
Joe Burrow.
So anyways, Clayland gets another W.
Yeah, Clayland does. This Joe Burrow thing, because I'm pretty sure. So who does he have? I just forgot. Yeah, Tua. So if you had told me from the draft you'd be starting fucking Tua, well, actually he didn't, because you had Joe Burrow back in the day.
I dropped Burrow with the trade with you.
If you would have told me that you would have fucking Burrow riding your bench from draft day, I'd been like, you're fucking high. And obviously you thought that. You are fucking high. And yet, what in the fuck is happening in Cincinnati?
Well, he only had one good game last week, and that was the only good game that Burrow put up. And so if it's me, now again, I'm not in fantasy football. I don't really know what the fuck I'm talking about. But
I don't know shit.
Joe Burrow, like, it's not worth for me to hold two quarterbacks when it's somebody like Burrow who's putting up below average numbers. You know what I mean? Like, okay, 3, 20, 9, 5, 31. He finally had a good game in 18. And now he's on a fucking bye week. Like, why are you?
And you get to play San Francisco, Buffalo.
Yeah, then you play San Francisco, Buffalo. You may get a good game out of Houston. Then you're going to Baltimore.
Pick him up against Pittsburgh.
Like,
maybe?
What are you going to do with Joe Burrow? I don't know why Clay's holding on to him. I really don't. I
mean, Matt,
I'm not.
You get after it, Clay. You do you, but God, damn.
Good luck holding that roster spot.
I wasn't trying to go at Clay like that. I was just going on like, literally, you're talking about a top 3 quarterback last year. I don't. Yeah. Would you put him at top 3?
No, he was in the second half of the season for sure.
Yeah. To this, what the fuck happened? Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying, if it's me, I'm gonna get out there on the waiver, and I'm gonna find some other person that I can take a shot at.
Let him hold that one. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
What is this about? Isn't this about fantasy? I don't know. I thought
no. Shut the fuck up. We just want.
Okay.
Exactly. It's about fantasy. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Hang on to him, Clay. Hang on to him.
So now we got the domestic abuse case against a pregnant woman of all things.
Yeah. I'm sorry, honey, and our unborn baby child. I don't know.
That baby child's going to have a Malert trophy on its entry.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Lindley right now. So let's dive into this.
Yeah.
Both of our teams actually were pretty even as a overall points, but in reality, I missed on multiple marks, and she hit on a couple strong ones and missed on multiple. So our quarterbacks were virtually the same. Mahomes versus Trevor Lawrence, both around 20 points apiece. Olave, 13 points versus Devontae Smith, which really hurt her in that regard. It's only 7 points. Mike Evans, again, shit the bed for me. Every time I fucking start the guy, he shits the bed. St. Brown just...
Let me know when you're going to start him. I've got him in another league. I'm going to drink to
that. St. Brown hurt me deeply on more than one level here because I'm so happy that he was getting all these receptions in the game and touchdowns, and I was like, oh, this hurts me on my fantasy level. So... Mostert, there we go, baby. Now that Achane has left the chat and has decided to go on IR, Mostert resumed the full role as the RB1, baby, and he's back at 33 points. I'm so happy to see him back. It's a couple weeks of hurting my heart, but Javonte Williams for her, 7 points. This next one for me, I used my number one.
Shot on this one because I know why you did it.
Yep. Because I have a certain gentleman who was doing great for me, James Conner, who decided to also go on IR. So sure I had number one.
He picked it. He was like, "Put me on IR, coach. I would like to be fucking permanently injured."
Yep, I think he did. He did it just for me because I've lost so many players 100%. This year. DeMarcado is who we're talking about here. He was projected to be the running back to replace Connor, and I used my number one waiver claim to get him. And this motherfucker touches the ball fucking almost one time. Like, it's just hot garbage. 2 points. It was just the worst waiver pickup I've ever had.
6 receptions for
No, 6 reception yards.
Sorry. Yeah, with one. I got
he
it.
had
Fucked.
1 reception, 11 rushing
yeah.
yards.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I could even get out there in the NFL and do that, but
I would like to see you try.
yeah. Well, I mean, I may be handicapped the rest of my life, but
you'd be on the bench with James Conner, like, hey.
No, I wouldn't be able to talk. I'd be eating through a straw. Tajay Spears for Tennessee. This one, I don't know what they're doing in Tennessee at all. I mean, between Tajay Spears and fucking Derrick Henry, Tajay Spears seems to be doing. They're using him a lot right now, as far as like play action and receptions and just I don't know. It'll be interesting. It's almost like they're building Tajay up to
Probably
get rid of Derrick Henry.
Because Derrick Henry's going to want a fucking contract. And if you don't fucking get a QB in there, it ain't going to fucking happen.
Well, that's why I'm wondering if the Titans are maybe looking at trading him before the deadline and getting a bunch of draft capital out of it and sending him to a winning team the rest of the year. And that way Spears is ready to roll because they've been using him way more than they should for a guy like Derrick Henry being
Bears
I think
are available.
Yeah, that's right. Johnny, they're gonna send Henry to Kansas City, and you're gonna love life.
Come home. Come to my home.
Yeah, come to Mahomes.
Mac Holmes. All right,
Muck Holmes.
All right, Thielen though, and unfortunately, Lindley. Sorry to tell you this, but he's on bye week next week.
Yeah, what a fucking good fantasy player Thielen has been this year. Jesus Christ. Go back to his points. I think we do this every week, but I'm just so impressed with the amount of points Thielen's been getting. All right. 16, 27, 11, 23.
You forgot 2 week 1, which made you go, fuck. And then 16, 27, 11, 23, 24.
24.
Bye week. And then Houston.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, look at the rest of the schedule, though. Look at the rest of the schedule. Let's see.
Indy,
Houston,
Chicago,
Indy, Chicago. Ooh,
Dallas,
juicy. Tennessee, dude.
Tennessee, Tampa Bay.
Thielen may end up being the fucking wide receiver 1 on the year.
He might be.
I mean, this dude is just
eating.
Old man Thielen just eating away, man.
As kids 4 years ago would have said, he's fucking fire, son.
Well, I mean, he had 115 yards in fucking 1 touchdown. Like, that's 115 yards. That's young man game right there.
Young man's game. There were a mix.
I, as usual, always don't play my best players. As usual, 10 points from here and there, 12 points from Sutton, 4 for 10.
IRR?
Yeah, so that's because he's coming back.
He's like double dead?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, yeah, it means he's about to come back.
Okay.
He's eligible to come back is what it means. The R.
Let's go into more depression for me.
So anyways, honey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I beat you.
Yay, congratulations on pregnancy.
Don't call it. Oh, that's so sweet of you, Johnny.
Instead of getting beat by your husband.
Yep.
Don't be a wife beater. That's heard here first.
Well, obviously, now that she's pregnant, you can't do that, right?
Yeah, so, double homicide.
I'm sorry, I should have let you win. Double homicide. We're going to jail.
Yeah, for sure.
Malort.
Now we've got my shit show of
scenario. Let's talk about this. What were your feelings in this game, Johnny?
I don't know. I felt like I put together a good team. I was drunk for most of it.
Do you know where it really hurt you?
Drafts. Let's say everything.
I'm not gonna lie, Johnny. When I look down your team, Hurts, Chase, Lockett, Henry, Madison, Higbee, Montgomery, McKinnon. The only ones that stand out to me that are very questionable are Higbee and Madison. The rest, I think you have a solid team for sure for fantasy. Montgomery hurt you probably the most out of anybody this week because he got hurt. Some fat ass fell on him and cracked his ribs.
Didn't do most of it. But
anyways, let's talk.
let's talk about it. However, Justin on the other side, he's finally getting what he deserves. Stafford picking up his former Lions, doing okay-ish things. I had Hurts, who went up there, and I expected a little bit more, to be completely honest. When you're going up against the Jets, would have preferred a win. Would have preferred, like, I don't know.
I cannot believe the Jets beat Philly in that game. That's dude, Donna Kelsey has just got that magic for JJ.
Apparently. And then Chase, like as minimal of the things that are happening out of Cincinnati, Chase has not been bad to me at all. 16 points, 16 points, 16 points, 14 points, 16 points. I'm not mad with that as a receiver one in the least bit.
But you're not getting your 50-point fucking game that every now and then that you expect out of him, right?
I know. And then Lockett, Derrick Henry did good. We got Matheson, and then the bottom half of my roster, which we won't talk about. Then over on the other side, we have Justin, who had Kupp come back. This is Kupp. This is your thing too, right? Like, you're just talking about this. Fucking Kupp comes back, and Kupp and his
eat. He hungry. 148 yards, one touchdown reception. So, I mean, dude is just, I don't know. It's just magical, the connection between Stafford and Kupp.
Yep.
And
touching tips.
Yeah, for sure. And he's already looking negative on Puka, who he was tip touching with before Kupp was there this year. I thought maybe there could be a balance between the two. We'll see. But last week it was a pretty good balance between Kupp and Nacua. This week was all Kupp. I guess we'll see next week what it brings. But
yeah, maybe teams start double teaming him. I don't know.
Yep.
Okay. Again, this is one of those things where you're like, you have a player going up against Denver. Start everyone. Now, did he get the points pretty close to what he was projected? Yes. Would you have expected him to have like a 20-point
We're
game?
Talking about Isaiah Pacheco, by the way.
Sorry. In Kansas City, like, Patrick Mahomes blow the fucking doors off everything? You would have thought. Nope. Average fucking game. Actually, below
a mild
average.
19 points.
19 fucking points out of Casey. What in the fuck is going on? And then going down, he got 12 points out of is this Bijan? Not Bijan.
Yep.
Bijan Robinson.
Brian Robinson.
Sorry, Brian Robinson. I'm thinking Bijan. No, I fucking think. Drunk brain. You getting fucking 12 points out of a Washington running back. That's a good fucking week. Hawk doing his fucking thing.
Again, I would have thought Hawk would have had more against Chicago than what happened because Jefferson's out. I would have thought, but
Ayuk
did not happen.
Coming in about right, and then Chuba Hubbard having a good game there.
Great game.
And that finishes out points. Like in a solid scenario. And I don't know that.
Ooh, Ramondre Stevenson on his bench over there put up 20 or 15 points.
Yep.
Dak Prescott overperformed Matt Stafford. So I don't know.
I left the wrong.
I'm not,
KC.
Dude. I will
this is
never.
Where I fucked up is like I have two KC fucking receivers. I don't know what I'm doing. But
neither of them helped you.
Well, I could have played him over Chase and gotten 2 more points, or
you mean Tyler Boyd?
Sorry, Boyd. Yeah, Boyd. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I doing? I could have played Boyd in either one of these spots and done better. But again, I'm in my brain. I'm thinking, don't start 2 Kansas City fucking.
No, Cincinnati. I love it. Booze
Fantasy Football 2023. This is your host, JG Wentworth, recapping Week 6.
So Johnny, Breece Hall, though, he's on your bench, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Is he going to be your starter going forward for you?
No, because he's on bye week.
Perfect timing, right?
Yep.
Because he's been trending upward lately.
Upward, yeah.
I mean, so 15... He's been inconsistent, but 15.9 to 8.29, 17. You know what? I guess what I'm saying, he's coming out of the bye week,
then,
going
okay,
into the
coming
Giants,
into the
and then he's
Giants, what
got
do you do?
Los Angeles Chargers.
What do
So
you do
and
going into
Vegas.
fucking
Oh man,
yeah,
he's got a good matchups coming,
right? Which is scary. I don't,
dude. You got
tough
Brees
scenario.
Hall after bye week. You better pull Madison, and put that bitch in,
Right?
or maybe Montgomery. I don't know. Fuck, doesn't matter.
The incredible true
This point.
story
Of
Anyway,
how we suck at fantasy football.
how don't listen to us fantasy football. But yeah,
But if you can do one thing that any of us ever tell you here is that just please don't do what
Congratulations,
Johnny
Justin.
does. Just remember to set your lineup.
Yeah. Congratulations, Justin, on that win. And yeah, remember to set your lineups, folks. And
There it is. There it is. It's just beautiful when it rolls off your tongue.
Right off the end, drunkenly, like an
just off the tip. Just a tip.
Just a tip.
Malort.
I'll drink the last of the bottle.
I'll have another. I'll have another.
Cheers, folks.
Cheers.
Have a good one. Talk to you next
Love
week.
you.
Bye.